So I know this is a controversial opinion in the gaming space, but I'm having a lot of fun with Battlefield 2042. I know, the launch was rough, the developers lied on Twitter about the state of the game, and they made promises that took way too long to be delivered. But all of those things said, I'm still having a blast playing the game, as it feeds that Battlefield feel, even if it's not on the same level as Battlefield 3 and 4. I've been playing pretty casually these last few weeks, a few hours a night between my other games, jumping into Breakthrough and just kind of screwing around with my friends. And guess what? This video isn't sponsored by EA. So to everyone who thought that I took the bag last year to lie and give false opinions on the state of the game, and to every troll who has latched onto this notion and have stuck around to bring it up under every single video, fuck yourself. There's not a lot of games out there that can give you these kind of moments. Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, that heli.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, this guy's crazy. This guy's insane.
What the
just
fuck
wait.
is happening?
Yeah, just wait. Yeah. Like, yeah.
This dude's dive bombing. Let's fucking go, dude. Now, the truth is, since my sponsored videos on Battlefield late last year, I've had a plethora of trolls come through to the channel, stick around, and keep bringing up this notion under a lot of my videos that I lied to you guys for money, that I told you that I love the game now when I really don't, and that just couldn't be further from the truth. At the launch of 2042, I turned down thousands of dollars because I truly felt the game was in a terrible state. I told companies like Nvidia that I couldn't work with them for content if it involved 2042 because you couldn't even run the game, and I stood my ground, pointing out the bullshit that the developers were feeding us in the early days of the game, and I didn't play it. I came back in the middle of Season 2 and 3, and I found myself slowly adding the game back into my rotation, and at this point, I can safely say that I've got my money's worth out of the title. With the new season coming out this week, I'm actually psyched for some new content. Season 5 New Dawn is bringing us a new map called Reclaimed. They're bringing the XCE bar, the GEW46, and a BFP 50 cal. New weapons coming to the game. There's new gadgets, the spring grenade, the anti-tank grenade, and the mini grenade, as well as the RPG 7v2. There's a new battle pass, and they're bringing a ton of quality of life improvements to the game. The one thing that I'm looking forward to the most, I think, is probably the Hourglass rework, which isn't coming at launch. I think it's coming shortly after, but that map desperately needs it, bro. And literally, as I'm recording this video, DICE has announced on Twitter that Season 6 is actually happening. The main discussion around Season 5 is that there wasn't going to be any more new content. This was it for the game, and nobody really knew what the future of the game is. Are they going to continually work on 2042, or are they going to go all hands on deck on the new Battlefield title that they're working on right now across a bunch of different studios? And it looks like they're still supporting 2042 past this season, which is a good thing. It has been a year and a half since Battlefield 2042 launched, and I feel like the game now is in a state that is almost unrecognizable to the game we had at launch. And for most people, I think if you played it casually, you would have a pretty good time. Obviously, you could play it, 60 hours a week and be miserable and find a million different things to complain about, but that's why I don't do that with a lot of these titles nowadays. If I were to know life, even a game like Modern Warfare, I would hate it. But honestly, I don't think there's another shooter out here right now that is giving me as much enjoyment out of the game as Battlefield 2042 is for me. And I'm one of those people that I'm not afraid to admit when my opinions change on certain topics or certain games. Was the game an absolute piece of shit at launch? Yes, absolutely. Do I feel like there should have been a huge shakeup at DICE in which a lot of the developers who worked and shipped this title should have probably had their jobs taken away from them? Absolutely. But I'm one of those people that can give credit where credit is due and tell you guys that I'm actually enjoying the game. And here's the thing. I know there's a lot of my audience out there that still feels burned by the title, and I definitely feel that sting too. But for me, if I can play casually for a few hours every other day and potentially feel better that I have the Ultimate Edition in my library instead of just sitting there being bitter about it, I will. And I'm not saying you need to either. I can respect your decision. But when people attack me for playing and promoting the game after everything they've done to us, it's kind of one-sided aggression there. When it comes to sponsored content, companies tell me the things they want me to talk about when it comes to things like the battle pass or new weapons, new gadgets. Hey, show off the new map because it's an ad. They want you guys to know what content is coming to the title. Don't look at sponsored content as me or any creator for that matter telling you directly to, guys, go out and spend your money and buy the game. Hell, the last sponsored post I did for Battlefield was letting you guys know how you can try the game for free, for fuck's sake. Because the whole campaign for DICE at the time was them wanting people to potentially give the game another chance since they worked on making it happen and bringing it up to a standard that they believe you guys would be happy with. I find it kind of funny and ironic that when I cover games that are dying or dead, I always ask you guys if you've even heard of the title, and the comments are riddled with people criticizing the studios for not marketing the games and not marketing the updates enough. But then when they do, the other side of the community gets pissed off. It's literally a lose-lose for developers, for creators, and for the community itself. Hell, in my initial coverage of 2042, I even said the game needed another year in the oven, and I got lambasted in the comments for that opinion too. Game comes out, oh look, Big Fry was right. A year later, the game is fun as fuck. Man, who could have potentially called that one? Damn. As you can tell, this topic has been brewing on this channel for a while, and I'm in a spot right now where I'm no longer bothered by the bullshit that I see in our comments section, but more or less wanting to talk to my actual community and let you guys know the games that I'm actually vibing with, and also how I'm kind of viewing the gaming industry from a new lens and a new perspective ever since going through our own journeys with game development. There's a lot of weird shit going on in the industry from all sides. Terrible games are coming out, studios taking advantage of people, but when developers are actually putting in work, even though gamers felt burned, they don't want to give them a chance, and I'm honestly just kind of fucking tired of it, and I'm gonna call it out. 2042 Season 5 releases tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming it over on Twitch in between my Diablo 4 addiction, and I hope to see you guys over there. And just as a final recommendation, if you have it in your library, try it for an hour or two with some friends if you can find some, and if not, that's cool too. But I think you might be pleasantly surprised at how far the game has come. And that's all I have to say about 2042. I'm out of here for today. If you guys enjoyed the little discussion and rant, leave a like on the video, subscribe for everything FPS that I'm actually fucking with, from indie to AAA. I got you covered. My name is Big Fry. Check me out over on Twitch, and I'll see you on the next one.